Controversy that's now brewing in Karnataka over our national anthem, the Jana Gana Mana. Jana Gana Mana was composed to welcome the British. That's the claim that's been made by the BJP MP Vishweshwar Kageri. That sparked a full political storm in Karnataka. At an event in Honavar marking 150 years of Vande Mataram, Kageri said at a public stage that both Vande Mataram and Jana Gana Mana were equal in stature, adding, I don't want to revisit history, but our ancestors accepted both, even though Jana Gana Mana was composed to welcome the British. The Congress has hit back sharply and rightly so. It's found ammunition here with this remark made by the BJP. Congress says this is nothing but nonsense, utter nonsense. State Minister in Karnataka, Priyank Kharge, has said, accusing the BJP of spreading fake WhatsApp news, saying this is from their WhatsApp history page, and reminded that Rabindranath Tagore himself had clarified that the song was written not for any king, but to praise the dispenser of India's destiny. Historically, Jana Gana Mana was written by Rabindranath Tagore in 1911 and first sung at the Indian National Congress session in Calcutta at that time, not at any royal event, not for the British for sure. It became India's national anthem in 1950 with a very long debate on it, while Vande Mataram, written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, was retained as the national song. Equally significant, and it was decided that Vande Mataram will be the national song, while Jana Gana Mana will be the national anthem. Supporters of Vande Mataram say that it was more revolutionary. Jana Gana Mana, though, supporters say, is more inclusive, celebrating unity over division. But as this controversy resurfaces ahead of elections here, of course, many questions surrounding it on whether we're honoring our greats enough, our national symbols, like the national anthem, the national song. Are we honoring them enough? Or are we just trying to rewrite it as per today's politics? Tagore's words once united a nation long before independence. Maybe it's about time that we remember their true spirit, not twist them for headlines. Let's bring in Professor Kapil Kumar, historian, joining us. We also have Satya Prakash, Vice Chairperson and spokesperson of the Karnataka Congress. We also have Ratan Sharda, author and political analyst. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. I'll start with the historian on the panel here, Professor Kapil Kumar. Why don't you give us a little sense on the two, Jana Gana Mana, Vande Mataram, both India's pride, and we take so much pride and honor to sing it on any given occasion. One is a national anthem, one is a national song. But today, what the BJP MP in Karnataka says has startled us. He says that Jana Gana Mana was designed itself to welcome the British. Give us the fact of it.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'll say that to pitch these two, Vande Mataram and Jana Gana Mana, against each other is utterly rubbish. Vande Mataram was a revolutionary song which emerged out in 1870s from the Sannyasi rebellion. It was not written by Bankim. It was the Stuti of Kali, written by the Lalkot Pujari, where Bankim was posted. And during his posting, he found that and put it in Anand Mat. And from then onwards, it became a symbol for revolutionaries, for nationalist movement, for every protest against the British, and it became a slogan. Jana Gana Mana, I want to ask one very simple question, because I am not taking any political sides in this. So these political illiterates, I want to ask this question, historically illiterate people, that if Jana Gana Mana was written for the British, then why did Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose adopted the original Jana Gana Mana as the national anthem of Azad Hind Sarkar in 1943? Sab sukh chain ki barkha barke. Please tell me that. This original should have been the national anthem of India, but that was distorted in 1947. Words were removed from it and words were added in it. So this Congress claim also is not correct. Secondly, I'd like to say this, that Tagore himself, as you have mentioned, denied this, and this is a controversy not coming for the first time. Many a times this has been raised, and historians have clarified it, written on it, but the historical illiterates will use it only for politics, will not raise these issues altogether in that. And I like to say that as Vande Mataram was a revolutionary song, I'll repeat that aspect. It has no comparison with on a national anthem. I'll say one thing, Jana Gana Mana. Please tell me one thing. Does it mention the word British anywhere? Does it mention the word British crown anywhere? Does it mention the British rule anywhere? Does it mention the viceroy? Does it mention the king? Does it mention anyone? And for the Congress spokespersons, I'd like to mention one thing. Till 1919, I have evidence, even after the Jallianwala Bagh incident, since 1885, at every Congress session, God Save the King, the British anthem was sung. The Union Jack was unfurled. And please, don't bring in these things politically, this is that and this is
What are
that.
you
I
trying
want
to
to ask it.
imply?
Pardon?
Professor Kapil, what are you trying to imply? Are you saying that the Congress continued to please the British?
And yes, I'm coming to that. Please
Huh.
let me complete. Give me 2 minutes more. Tell me one thing. All throughout the life, the Congress talked of Swadeshi. Okay? And when it came to make the first Governor General of Dominion of India, not independent of India, why was Mountbatten selected? A Britisher who stood against the Azad Hind Fauj. Why was he selected as the first Governor General of India? And to appoint the second Governor General of India, why did Nehru wrote to the king, give us permission to the Prime Minister of your Dominion to appoint Rajgopalachari as the second Vice Chancellor, Governor General of India? Do you know that when did the King of England abdicated the throne of India? Pick up the London Gazette, 24th June 1948, and pick up the Government of India Act of 15th August 1945, 14th August 1945, when Nehru was the interim Prime Minister. It says India means Dominion of India. Pakistan means Dominion of Pakistan. All the records of that time, they show that. And these people say this kind of a thing.
Okay.
Why did they appoint Mountbatten as... And listen, one more thing, last thing.
Okay, yeah.
Last thing, one last sentence. When Mountbatten took the oath of the first Governor General of India, he took the oath in the name of King. Others took the name in the oath of Constituent Assembly.
Okay. That's a whole discussion in itself. Coming back to the national anthem, and specifically speaking of the national anthem, give us the significance of it. I'd like you to reiterate yet again. The BJP, that's understood and established, and that's been debunked, that it was not a welcome song for the British. Why would you compare, but will you compare the two? One says that Vande Mataram was equally good and equally resonating with the people of India at that point, but it did not get that prominence as much as Jana Gana Mana. Why so? Give us the beauty of Jana Gana Mana versus Vande Mataram.
No, let me give you another incident. In 1937, after the Muslim League was routed out in the elections badly, before that, even Jinnah used to be present when Vande Mataram was sung at Congress platforms. But in 1937, when this was sung in the legislative assemblies by the victorious Congress, Jinnah opposed to it. And Nehru wrote a letter to Subhash Chandra Bose, who was the incoming president of the Congress at that time, and asked his opinion. And Bose very clearly said, look, I will concede any genuine demand of Muslims. But when it comes to communal demands, I will not concede. Today, because they are troubling only. Today you concede on this issue of not singing of Vande Mataram. Tomorrow they will come with another communal demand. And let me tell you one more thing. Jana Gana Mana was never sung during the freedom struggle to fight or raise slogans against the British. That was Vande Mataram since the Sannyasi and Fakir rebellion. In first mass movement of Bengal against partition of Bengal, it was Vande Mataram, which was the common slogan. Many revolutionaries, Khudiram Bose, many others.
No, why was Jana Gana Mana chosen? Why was Jana Gana Mana chosen over Vande Mataram?
Let me tell you that. My assessment, let me tell you that. Jana Gana Mana was taken as the national anthem by Subhash Chandra Bose of the Azad Hind Sarkar. And if you look at the period of 45-47, the popularity of INA in it, the all over country movement against the INA trials, the British totally afraid of INA, and the army joining the INA. I have plenty of those records on it. I published in my book in that. Nehru could not ignore Jangan Man, the INA song, national song at that time. So it was taken. But instead of bringing it that, Sab Sukh Chain Ki Barkha Barse, the wordings were changed.
You know, let me also bring in Ratan Sarda on that. Mr. Sarda, what's your take on this? When Rabindranath Tagore had clarified Jana Gana Mana was addressed to the dispenser of India's destiny and not to King George, why does this British praise theory resurface now?
These theories have come up earlier also. They have been debunked. In fact, no less than RSS Sarsang Chalak Sudarshan ji made Panchajan write an article to debunk this theory that Tagore ji wrote it for British. As far as other aspects are concerned, Professor Kapil Kumar has completely demolished all the theories about Vande Mataram versus Jana Gana Mana, the entire history of Jana Gana Mana and Vande Mataram. I don't have much to add, but I will say that Vande Mataram was the song for freedom, song for revolution. Jana Gana Mana was not. Secondly, when Vande Mataram was being sung in the convocations for the first time, when Congress got cold feet, when Muslim League said we will not sing Vande Mataram, to overcome that resistance, they had to drop all the paras except the first one, and they agreed to that. Now even that para is objected to. Even Congress opposes the same paragraph even now. So when you are going against the very ethos, the very wonderful strength of that song, then you say Jana Gana Mana is inclusive. In what way, if I have to go just argue by the words, how would you say it's inclusive? Because so many states are not mentioned there. The state like Sindh, which is no more with us, that is mentioned. So we took as it is, but reason, only thing where I differ from Kapil Kumar ji, that it was not taken up because it's an INA song. It was taken to appease the Muslims despite losing one third of the land to Muslim League.
No.
Because
I
it
will
was
not agree
nobody
with you
but
that.
Muslim
I
League.
will not agree with you
Nobody
that.
but Muslim. Sir, मैंने आपको respect दिया, आप मुझे
Sir,
बोलने दीजिए.
ठीक आप
आपको
बोल
मैं
दीजिए मैं
respect
आपको
दे
Okay,
रहा
बता
हूँ
okay.
ना,
I
आपकी
will
बात
come
का
to you,
accept कर
Professor
रहा हूँ
Kapil.
ना.
I'll come to you on that. Go on, Mr.
सर आप
Sharda.
हमेशा एजिटेटेड रहते हैं. मैं आपकी बात की
Go on,
इज्जत की,
Mr.
मैंने आपको
Sharda.
कहा
Go on,
सब
Mr.
आपने कह
Sharda.
दिया. मेरे अपने विचार हो सकते हैं ना सर,
Okay,
आपसे अलग हो
okay.
सकते हैं.
Now, apne vichar meaning history can't change, no? But we'll hear you out. Go on, sir.
So when the opposition came from Muslim League, Congress buckled down and went for Jana Gana Mana and did not take up Vande Mataram. Even one para they can't sing now. So you can say in constitution बहुत इज्जत करते हैं, but reality they don't have any guts to go for this national song, which was the song of freedom of revolution. And as far as this particular argument by the BJP ML is concerned, with all humility, I would say that they should read before creating a controversy.
Correct. Okay. Satya Prakash, before I go to Professor Kapil on that rebuttal, Satya Prakash, please tell us more on what the Congress stand is with regards to the BJP MP's statement. You have debunked it, you've called it utter nonsense, you all have mocked him. Give us more. What's your sense on the statement he made?
With due regards to the eminent professor sitting there, they spoke everything other than, reprimanding the BJP MP, who is a present BJP MP, who is the ex-speaker of the Karnataka Assembly, 5 to 6 times MLA and ex-minister. This is the same party which didn't hoist flag for 52 years in its ideological arm, RSS. This was the same party which said that, during Constitution, Manusmriti would be better. Its ideological arm, RSS said. So we need to speak on this. Forget about, whether Vande Mataram and Jana Gana Mana are two eyes of our nation. If someone wants to say why Jana Gana Mana, even though Vande Mataram is more nationalistic, Jana Gana Mana is more federal in nature. What is India? India is union of states. Without the states, what is India without the states? India is nothing without the states. So why Jana Gana Mana means Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Utkala, Jaladita, Ranga, Vindhya, Himachala, Yamuna, Ganga. Please understand.
He doesn't even know the song. He doesn't know the Rashtrageet. अरे भाई साहब दरवेश निकल गया आपके
One second. Why are you?
कांग्रेस का कोई फेथ ही नहीं है.
I
कांग्रेस
think
has
you
no
are all
faith.
elder
This is
gentlemen.
Congress. This is Congress.
You are all elder gentlemen. At least understand what I'm
But
trying
let
to
me
say
allow
instead
you
of
to make
laughing.
all false. You
Okay,
can't even
he
speak
missed a
Rashtriji.
word. Ratan Shardaji, spare him, he's missed a word. But what was your counter to that? He said that the RSS did not raise the national flag for 50 years. What moral
See,
standing do they have?
this is such a repetitive, foolish argument that I can't even answer. RSS themselves lost their lives for Tiranga. In Goa liberation, in Kashmir, in Punjab, that is what respect for tricolor is not. It is not whether I hoisted or not. And also remember till 2004, till your MP, who is not BJP, Jindal went to courts and said everybody should be allowed to hoist the tricolor. We always went for 15th August, 26th January. Apart from that, we were not even allowed to hoist the flag. Do you know that? You don't know because you don't know Rashtragit also. You don't know Indian history also. You will just keep on repeating all falsehoods. When none of the Congress people lost life,
Do I need
whether in
lessons
police
from
bullet or
those?
Phansi ka Fanda, it was RSS people who lost their lives on RSS or Phansi ka Fanda and police bullets. They fought for the Sindhu Sensikwa. You were putting your leg, your
which was the
stake
Now
in
it's
their
organization?
about
leg
time to
and
bring
went to
Professor
Delhi.
Kapil.
So
Now
think
it's
before
time
you
to bring
speak.
Professor Kapil. Professor Kapil, I want you to respond to the statement on the RSS not raising the national flag for 50 years and Ratan Sharda's response to that. And also, importantly, when you said no to what Ratan Sharda had said on the Congress wanting to appease the minorities at that point, did not went with Jana Gana Mana over Vande Mataram because the Muslim League did not want to sing Vande Mataram.
The Muslim League had opposed in 1937 itself, as I stated. And at that time, the controversy had gone to Tagore also. It went to Bose also. Bose wrote a letter also in that. My full article is there on that aspect. So it was not new in 46, 47 about Muslim League to oppose the Muslims. I will not agree. Because Ratan Sharda ji, I will make a request to you. Please look at the history of August 45 onwards to August 47 and see what is happening in the country. And this Congress, which is blaming RSS for everything, I asked questions on Mountbatten and all they couldn't answer. I'll raise another question. Tell me, why the freedom fighters, soldiers and officers of the Azad Hind Fauj, INA, were not recognized as freedom fighters till 1973? Why those who fought in the naval uprising against the British, the last uprising, were even after 1947 tried and
They were not
court-martialed,
allowed to join
were
the
declared
forces,
freedom
sir.
fighters? Will anyone give me an answer to
As
that?
you know, they were not allowed to join
These
the
kind of
forces
things.
also.
Please, 45, 47 is a period. My book is coming. I'll show you what is there happening at that time in the country. What is Auchinleck?
No, if Satya Prakash would want to answer to or defend what happened back in the days. But Satya Prakash, that's that Congress may have found a fault and found that the statement made was incorrect.
I said that the
but speaking
BJP
of
MP
history,
is foolish statement. BJP MP is a foolish statement when he's saying that national anthem was written for
My
British.
friends,
He's
my
historically
friends.
illiterate, that BJP person who has said that.
See,
And Sharda ji has corrected it also.
Okay, he doesn't allow to speak. Okay, see, what I said earlier was, okay, that why Jana Gana Mana was taken over Vande Mataram, because it was more federal in approach. It emphasizes all the states.
refuse to
One
take.
second, man,
I'll come to that.
gentlemen, you are all elder to me. At least have some basic common sense that you
No,
have to
I'm
hear
not
me
younger
out.
to do, sir.
Complete.
My hair are more
You all
whiter
speak.
than you, and I don't black my hair.
okay.
That's okay. Just wait. That's see.
Okay.
At least have some.
Professor Kapil, you are young. There's no doubt in that you are young.
No, you can't say younger to me.
See,
And I'm younger to you. You can't
the
say that to
problem,
me.
gentlemen, is you both at least be a good listeners. No,
Okay.
I might do some mistakes.
I am a
At least
listener, but
listen
I
to me.
Okay, let's
history,
get the
sir.
context
I
straight.
will
Yeah,
not
very
listen to
limited
political
point,
dialogue.
very limited time. You know, Professor
I
Kapil, what
am-
Satya Prakash is trying to say is that it is
Yeah.
more inclusive, more secular
I am no God.
in nature.
I am no God to err is human. I might err. I am no professors like you all. But please try to understand what I'm saying. What I'm
I
trying to tell
understood
is
it, and
instead
can
of
I answer to you
speaking,
that?
one second, wait,
Can I
Okay,
answer
well,
you
hold
that?
on,
What are you talking?
Mr. Kapil, Professor Kapil, let him make his
Can you
statement.
please mute him for a minute?
Go on.
Yeah. See, what I'm telling is, instead of talking everything against what BJP and the RSS counterpart has said, they're speaking about history. Today, let us speak why this particular gentleman who is a one-time MP, five-time MLA, has the guts to say that national anthem, this should not be the national anthem after 75 years. This is what you all should talk. You have to look at उनका मनस्थिति का देखो, वो RSS मनस्थिति है, वो BJP का मनस्थिति है, वो कोमवाद का मनस्थिति है. You talk on that.
Okay.
You are talking on all other things, on historical things other than this. Why is RSS, a guy who is bred by RSS, talking this language after 75 years? Is the topic of today, not what happened, whether Vande Mataram or Jana Gana Mana. Today, the National Assembly and we have accepted Jana Gana Mana as a national anthem. And if a MP of this nation who abides by the constitution says that he doesn't accept the national anthem, you all should talk against him.
No, I think that's Satya Prakash. What is being made
he
clear?
What has been made clear? He is disrespecting the nation.
Satya Prakash, what has been made clear here is that what the BJP MP said is absolutely false. And in your word, utter nonsense. We'll take that. Both the panelists have agreed to that. Now, just going back to a little history, okay, I'm not going to get into what the RSS, what the BJP did. I just want a word from you, Professor Kapil, on the meaning of Jana Gana Mana. Is it more secular than Vande Mataram? Ratan Sharda said no. What would you say to that?
See, what is the question of secularism here? Tell me that.
The words, the wording, I'm
no,
not
what is
sure.
the meaning
You can give
tell
us...
me one thing. Tell me one thing. What is the meaning of secularism? It can't have a different meaning in Europe and it can't have a different meaning in India. Secularism means
it has
total break of
India.
state from religion.
Nehruvian secularism in
Secularism
India.
doesn't. Please now don't interfere, Mr. Older Man. Don't interfere.
Okay.
Don't interfere.
But when I give you back, you are feeling very bad.
Secularism. No, I don't have the money to buy a dice.
Oh God! I think I'm the oldest. Let's settle with that. Okay, I'm the oldest. So please listen to me, Satya Prakash. Allow him to make his point. Please allow him to make his point. Yeah.
Tell me one thing. Secularism means total break of state with religion. Secularism doesn't mean appeasement of any religion. But the Congress, they only take secularism as an appeasement. Tell me one thing. They tie up with Muslim League, a party with a communal rape in Kerala. Is it secularism? Tell me that thing. The Bangladeshi...
Well, sir, you're not answering my question. But Professor Kapil, my clear-cut question is the wording of Jana Gana Mana versus Vande Mataram. Just give me the basic meaning of it.
Jana Gana Mana wordings are beautiful wordings. We describe the Indian nation. We describe the beauty of Indian nation. We talk of unity of Indian nation.
So that's precisely what Satya Prakash is saying, that it's in contrast with Vande Mataram.
Bringing in the concept of federalism.
It is unity in diversity. Jana Gana Mana means we are a diverse nation.
India was created only in 1947.
And in the true. See,
this is the
I will explain.
India was created for the first time in 1947. If that was the case, why did the European countries name their countries East India? Tell me. Why did the British
let me explain secularism better.
They wanted to rule over Hindustan? What are they talking of?
Okay.
Let me explain secularism better. Okay.
Okay, Satya
Indian
Prakash.
secularism is
You have 30 seconds. I don't have too much time. I want to bring in Ratan Sharda as well. Yeah.
Indian secularism is different.
All right, Professor Kapil. For the moment, Professor Kapil, hold on for the moment. Professor Kapil, it is unfair for you not to allow others to speak. Is not right. Professor Kapil, calm down for a moment. Okay. Let's hear him. People have opinions. Yeah. Go on, Satya Prakash, quickly.
See, what I'm trying to tell is Indian secularism means Nehruvian secularism.
Jana Gana Mana means...
One second, sir, with due respect.
Out of French Revolution,
please be a good listener. Please be a good listener. Just because you are a professor, you can't keep on talking. Be a good listener.
Make your point. Make your point, Satya Prakash.
Yeah, see, Jana Gana Mana is more federal in nature. It encompasses all the states, all the languages, all the religions. That is how it is more secular, it is more federal in outlook. While we are not telling Vande Mataram is something different. Vande Mataram is more nationalistic in approach. But we shouldn't forget that Jana Gana Mana is more federal in outlook, more secular in outlook. It respects each and every religion. It expects each and every region. It linguistic representation of all India. And what is India? India is unity in diversity. Jana Gana Mana accepts diversity. While India is diverse, while we are all diverse, we will unite in the name of the nation, in the name of the constitution.
Okay.
Is all
So
what
you
Jana Gana
that
Mana
was your
says.
point,
Right,
and that's what you rest with. I will go to Ratan Sharda. I'm sorry, Mr. Professor Kapil. Ratan Sharda, you say that Jana Gana Mana in no way is more secular than Vande Mataram. Why?
Because the Jana Gana Mana doesn't talk about secularism at all, nor does Vande Mataram. Where is the question of secularism coming? Secularism was introduced by Congress in much later in life of this nation. This nation has Hindu Atma, it has Hindu roots. We are trying to deny. He says secularism. You know what Indira Gandhi, just a moment, what Indira Gandhi, when she introduced the word of secularism in constitution, she went to L.M. Singhvi, your own L.M. Singhvi, your Singhvi's father. He said secularism cannot be defined as non-religious. It shall be defined as Sarva Pantha Samabhav. That is how he translated and gave it Indira Gandhi when it was put into constitution in emergency illegally. As far as RSS is concerned, RSS has kept on evolving. Have you evolved? Have you guts? You said guts. No. Do you have guts to speak Vande Mataram or allow Vande Mataram singing where Muslims are there? You said no. अपनी इच्छा है. नहीं खड़े होंगे तो कोई बात नहीं. नहीं गए तो कोई बात नहीं. This is what you say. Your the Telangana chief minister says Congress is Muslim, Muslim is Congress.
But
So
why,
today.
Mr. Ratan
What are you talking
Sharda,
of
would you want to give us exactly the what words irk the
whatever
Muslim?
he's saying.
No, I want to ask Mr.
Now-
Ratan Sharda,
now-
1 second. Ratan Sharda ji, do you know the words that may be not boding well with the Muslim community? What really is not unsettling for them?
Their excuse was that ये प्रतिमा की पूजा है. You are treating Bharat as Mata. We don't believe. We will not bow to Bharat Mata. We only bow to Allah. So we don't believe in deity. So because Vande Mataram is for showing Bharat Mata as the goddess, we will not bow to it. That was the argument. इसमें हिंदू एलिमेंट है, हम हिंदू एलिमेंट नहीं स्वीकार करते. That is what they said. And Congress put it there in the legs and said चलो 3 पैराग्राफ गिरा देते हैं, 1 पैराग्राफ गाएंगे. आजादी के बाद 1 पैराग्राफ भी जो मुसलमान ने कहा नहीं गाएंगे. बोले मत गाओ जी, कोई बात नहीं. This is your condition. You don't have guts to take up what is Indian roots.
So,
And you talk of Nehruvian
well, this
secularism.
was history, but I think today has changed. Today, Vande Mataram, Jana Gana Mana, both have been accepted, embraced, endorsed, praised, and glorified by every community,
Only
including
by
the Muslim
us, not by
community in India.
Congress.
Including the
but,
Muslim
Nabila,
community in
how
India.
can you-
Let
how
me be
can
clear
you-
about that.
Nabila,
gone are
how
those
can you
days?
endorse a BJP MP who swears by
Sir,
RSS
we are
ideology?
agreeing that
They say
BJP
that
MP's
he
comment
has
is wrong.
that he doesn't
We are
accept
agreeing
the
BJP MP's comment is wrong. We've
आपने बोला ना
agreed.
हिंदुत्व
There's-
चोर है, आपने बोला हिंदुत्व डेंगू है,
I'm
मलेरिया
talking
है.
about
क्यों बोला
RSS.
आपने?
I'm talking about BJP.
Did Congress
and
not
Modi
talk
said
about
this.
malaria?
That's all we
dengue
have time
about
for.
Congress?
Thank you very much.
Modi
Professor
has
Kapil,
talked
I will
about
take your
this.
last word. Last word,
Talking
Professor
about this.
Kapil.
No.
Last word,
See,
Professor Kapil.
my last word is that both are equally important for this country.
Yeah.
And these politicians should stop insulting these songs by making politics out of it, accusing each other out of it.
That's all. Thank you very much. I really appreciate Professor Kapil, Ratan Sharda and Satya Prakash for joining us on this. We're going to slip into a short break. We'll be right back. On the other side, Canada has refused 74% of visa applications from India. We're going to take you through details on the other side. Stay with us.